Hi, how's it going? Are you an aspiring teacher who wanted to work in the United States? Then this video is for you. Today's content is about becoming a teacher in the United States. Basically, there are three ways for you to be in the United States as a teacher. First is through an agency, and I do not recommend this, but if you have money, you can do so, but you will spend an ample amount of money. Second, through a visa sponsor, which I will discuss later in the video. And thirdly, through a direct hire. And this is the way that I am hired. Is it possible to be hired without spending any amount during the application? Yes, and I did that, and I'm a living testimony to that. And I wanted to share to you this one if you have an American dream to teach in the United States. So, there are three things we will tackle. First, are you qualified to teach in the United States? Second, what are the requirements you need in order to apply as a teacher in the United States? And what are the ways for you to be, or what are the ways that you can apply as a teacher in the United States? To begin with, what are the qualifications in order to be a teacher in the United States? So these are the basic qualifications for you to be employed or to be hired or to be given a job offer in the United States. To begin with is you must have an equivalent US degree. That means your degree in the Philippines or in your home country should be equivalent to the degree in the United States. That means you need your transcript of records to be evaluated in the educational system. And I have another video for that. You can search in my YouTube channel as well. But you can do this part later on, so you can have an official transcript of records. Next, you must be currently teaching either a public school or a private school so long as you are teaching. Then you must have a minimum of 2-year full-time teaching experience. That means full-time, that means 8 hours of teaching, and you have a full-time, not a part-time teaching, either a private or a public school. And I believe if you are in a private school, it could be easier to resign, and I will show you later as well. Next, you must be an English language proficient, or you took an exam much better in just like IELTS or TOEFL or TOEIC exam, but this is not a requirement. The exam is not the requirement, but simply your way of speaking. You must be fluent in speaking in speaking English, or you must be fluent in delivering the English language, or your medium of instruction in English is clear towards teaching. All right, so you must have these four as your qualification. So whatever major you have, so long as you have these qualifications, then you are qualified to teach in the United States. In terms of equivalent US degree, it is an advantage if you have an education degree. That means BS Ed or BE Ed, or even in the preschool, you must have an education degree. If you do not have, you cannot be easily hired, but you can earn units in education, as well as a master's degree is very helpful. So you can translate those, and you can have your certification, foreign credential evaluation for all your degrees. All right, so next, very important is the requirements. So in the upper part, these are the required requirements, and in the lower part are optional requirements. To begin with is your resume. It must be a one-page resume. You can search in the internet the US style resume, or you can contact me what I use as well. Next is your cover letter. This is simply your application letter wherein you show and you write your desire to be employed in a specific school district in the United States. Then is the reference letters or the recommendation letters. I encourage you to have 5 recommendation letters, both professional, most of them, if you are able, all professional reference letter. That means a letter from your principal or from your superintendent or supervisor or your master teacher or head teacher. And it is also okay to have a reference letter from your previous principals and heads. And that's for 3. You must have reference letter from them, and the other 2, it's okay to have your co-teachers as well. You can add some reference letter like personal uh, reference letters like your friends, but not your immediate family. Okay, this is very important in the United States because when you apply, they will actually contact your reference letter through an email or call if what you are saying is true and if you are really true to your papers. Last, for the required requirements are the transcripts or FCE. As what I've told you, it's okay to send an unofficial transcripts, but you would be more marketable if you will have a foreign credential evaluation. And I have a video for that if you want, and you will just spend a minimum of 10,000 pesos. If you want the higher level, that is 16,000 pesos. You would be more marketable for that. This FCE will be used to determine your salary, and it will be a requirement for you to have a license in the United States. So in the upper part, these are the required requirements. In the lower part, we have optional. To begin with is your professional ID. That means your let that you have passed the licensure exam in the Philippines. That means you are truly a certified teacher in your home country. Next is the teaching philosophy. This is this is somehow a letter or an essay where you show your what kind of teacher you are. If you are a constructivist kind of teacher, a student-centered kind of teacher, so on and so forth. Next is your passport or driver's license. Some of the schools need to know that you already have a passport because it took months to process your passport. So if they want to hire you immediately, they need to be sure that you have a passport. And of course, some districts also require driver's license because there are states that you need to have a car. Car is a necessity in the United States. Next is an advanced certificate. This is also optional. If you have a certificate that would advance or that would add to your application, that would add color to your application, then place it as well. For example, I am an English teacher and I have a certificate, a TESOL certificate, 150R TESOL certificate. That would be an advantage for me as well. Okay, so if you have an IELTS or TOEFL or so on and so forth, or any other certificate that is in consonance to your degree, that would be helpful. Okay, so all of these requirements in the upper part are required. In the lower part, it's optional. You can ask me on the content of this in the required part, but you can search it in the internet as well. So we already know that if you are qualified and if you have necessary requirements, if you have these requirements already and if you know that you are qualified, then let's go to the process. So the process, there are three ways to apply as a teacher in the United States. Number one is through a school district. This is simple. You just go to Google and then search. I'll give you I'll try to let's try to look at the Google. For example, I have to search here what kind of state or where specifically do you want to teach. For example, in California, so we just simply write school districts in or in Arizona, and then you just write career opportunities. So we click that, and then we can search it here. So there are a lot of jobs. So here, school districts in Arizona, employment in Arizona. This is through okay, so this would be their uh, website. So what you will do is simply look at the careers. So what are the available jobs? So they have here software developer. So that's not for teacher as well. Okay. All right, here hire teachers. You just simply fill out here your name, so on and so forth. Send the message. So if you want to do this one, you go directly to the website of the school, then find the career opportunities. You can either send directly to the principal, or if they have an application in their school, then go through that. Most of the school district will direct you to their application or their application track where you can input your details, or you can simply send a message to the principal. Okay, for example, here become a teacher, we just click apply today. So here are the places: Arizona, Florida, Michigan, so on and so forth. Okay, so just click that one. So that's how easy it is. So you just click career opportunities and then a specific school. If you have a specific school like this one, Phoenix Elementary School District, you can specify on the job search what kind of teacher, secondary or primary. All career opportunities, for example, here, substitute teacher, and where is that? So we are under certified teacher there without a doc. They have actually a salary there. Wow, that's a lot. $89,000 annually. Okay. The good thing there is that you the higher your experience, the higher your salary. So that's the first way in order to apply through a school district. Search in the Google, find a school website, and there find the career opportunities, send through to the principal or through their application track. Next is through a job search or job site. This is what I did. There are three sites I use: Glassdoor, SchoolSpring, and Indeed. Simply create an account for these three. There are more a job site, but I recommend these three. So there are For example, Glassdoor, you just simply write Glassdoor, search glassdoor.com, and then you can create an account here. Okay, you create an account, so I did my account already. And then you just simply write here, so I'm an English teacher, so English teacher, and then what state do you want to go? For example, Arizona. Okay, Arizona, US. So just click the search button, see all jobs, and then it will show you the available jobs, and actually the description and even the salary. For example, in American Leadership Academy, so that's the school for English teachers 7 to 12, the annual salary is 46 to 67,000 dollars annually. That's around 190 to $200, up to 250 or to $300. And there are more. You can see here there are job descriptions. Okay, and then you just click easy apply, and then yeah, so there are different ways. You just fill out those information, or other. So easy apply is easy. Okay, there are others that do not have salary, so it's still easy apply, easy apply. But other uh, website, it's not easy apply. You will be directed to again to the school district. Cannot find here an example. All right, this one. So uh, there's a job description, there is a salary, and you can click apply on employer site, and you will be directed to either uh, their website or the application track, and then you click apply. And the details of that I can answer you through my Facebook account if you have question in the application process as well. So the common one is application track. I'll just let you see how it looks like. Application track. Okay, you can click the start button, then your information, and then you go next. So in the security number, because we do not have, you just write 00 or 9999 to all digits. Okay, or other job search like Indeed.com, same thing. Just search English teacher and then the place you want to go. Or School Spring. I like School Spring. You create an account, of course, and then you have already an account for this. I like School Spring. Let me see. Okay, so you create an account. I have accounts here. You find a job here. The good thing about it is that you can click here full time, and then secondary, and then I'll click a classroom teacher, and then specifically an English language teacher or ELL. Then you try to search that, and the good thing about it is that you can see actually systematic date April 20. So these are the available schools or career opportunities in each school. Example, you click that, then apply for this job, and the process is easy as well. So that is the second way you can apply for a job. So through a school district, through Google search, through a job site, Glassdoor, School Spring, Indeed, and through a visa sponsor. What is a visa sponsor? This is specifically for J1 visa. There are two kind of visas. J1 visa, that is an exchange visitor program. You will be only there to learn their culture, but you are not really a working visa. You will be there for 3 years, extended for 5 years, and then go home. And there is an H1 visa, which I will tackle in another video. So this is specifically for J1 visa. Most of the Filipinos who are hired are through a J1 visa only exchange program. So we just go to the Bridge USA website. I will put in the description part the link to Bridge USA. So this is easier because there is a sponsor, and then you apply to the sponsor, and then the sponsor will find schools for you to have your interview. So it's easier compared to a direct hire, which I did, but it has a lot of requirements, like you need to have your passport already, you need to have your foreign credential evaluation already, and other, you need to have your driver's license as well, and a lot more uh, requirements or documents you need to present to them. But it's easier because if you pass through their preliminary interviews and observation, then you will be directed to the school, or they will endorse you to a specific school. And each sponsor is specific to a specific state, or they can have ample states as well. So that's the, and I do not know yet if there are fees for this, but I think if there are only minimal fees compared to a uh, an agency. Okay, so we just go to the Bridge USA here. You can see here. So these are the states: Arizona, California, and these are the sponsor. So if you can search what kind of state do you want, and then you have the sponsor there. Okay, so you just begin application, and then you are good to go. So that's how easy it is. So ways to apply: an agency, which is expensive; a direct hire, no peso or no amount of money is needed; through a visa sponsor, you need to have an ample documents, but easier as well, or greater chances to be hired. So I think you're good to go. If you have further questions, you can get in touch with me through my email address, my Facebook account, or my phone number. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to more videos in relation to your American dream to be in United States. Have a nice day, and God bless you.